The host, Mitchell S. Carnes. Mitchell, how are you? And latest news. We were talking about the newsletter going out next week.
Yes, working on that. I went to the Killer Nashville conference, and by and large, all the seasoned authors said that newsletter is necessary. Newsletter is the way to communicate. It's the way to get your followers and keep them up to date. So we're going to be starting that this month.
Awesome. Fantastic. And I guess everyone needs to go back and listen to all the podcasts because that's where you give your little get to see the journey you're on, Mitchell. Talk about this journey. Has it even this year, this journey, how it's been?
It's hard to believe Watergrave just came out the 29th of January of this year. It just seems like we've been on this for 2 or 3 years, with that coming out the 29th, and with the least of these coming out in July, doing a third revision now on the cleansing, which is book 3, and then trying and all of that just to start writing book 4, which is Abbey's Road. So that plus all of the promotions, plus starting to get a lot of invitations for book clubs, which I'm excited about. So busy.
Oh, yeah. Definitely busy. And it's exciting for sure.
Yeah, it is, and I can't wait to hear what's going on with the movie. He is talking with people. He says they're firming up things. So I don't know what firming up exactly means, what stage that is in, if someone's made an offer or where it is. But he said he can't talk about it until it firms up, and then he'll let me know.
So it's going good news on that end too. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I didn't know that you're at that phase. It's got to be exciting, and to know the journey could be here soon. So when do you think those updates will come? Firming up an offer, it could be as
Yeah.
soon as can
I
be.
hope that's what that means. I know that he has finished the final draft of the screenplay and is talking to people. So once someone, I guess, makes an offer or they finalize that, then I'll know something, and we'll move forward on that. In the meantime, I've got to keep my nose on the grindstone for promoting the books, and that's why I have you helping me me do that.
Exactly, and but a very exciting time. What can you say to your audience about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, word of mouth is the best thing. I'm getting great responses from people, and when they do that, I ask them if they would post a review to that nature. I've gotten, I think, 50 reviews on Watergrave, and still only 8 on the least of these. But those reviews help get it, higher up on the search list especially for Amazon. I know I have several on Goodreads and several on Barnes and Noble as well. But if you are in a book club and you would like to do a conversation with me after you all have discussed it or during the discussion, I can do that via internet. We could do Zoom meetings, or if it's close enough, I can go in person.
All right. I mean, it's fantastic things are happening. That's for
Mm-hmm.
sure. And you gotta be excited about that. You gotta be ready and willing and rolling in so many ways. So what do you think, Alan, based on uh everything that's happening, where do you see things going next?
Well, I really enjoy that they're tying into to Abby, that she is someone they're connecting to, and then once they finish it, and a lot of these people are still finishing it in a day or two. They're reading the whole thing, uh, eager for the next. So let me know what you think about her, what the you're identifying with, what the flaws are, and I know my next is to continue her story arc with her redemption story, with the church and with God. And so we are about halfway through that once book 3 is finished and turned in, because that's a 6 book story arc that I pitched.
Okay. And then the next book, and then the
Yeah.
next situation, and everything. Are people already wanting to know what's up with the next book?
Yes. They're eager to get it in their hands, they say, and read it. So that's a good sign. And that's why we are trying to get these on a 6 month cycle, which is really pushing it. But I know when I read a book and I love it, I don't want to wait a year or longer to get the next one in my hands.
Exactly. And it's coming. Everything is coming.
It is. everything's coming. It's slowly developing, getting a larger reader base. We have a lot of people that are emailing or signing up for the email list. So that's the newsletter that's going to be coming out. And we're doing it little by little.
And then let's also talk about the experience, any stories to tell that you want to share with your readers and fans.
Yeah, when I was in the Knoxville area, Rarity Bay Women's Club, we had about, I think, 62 women there. And so I talked about the story. I talked about the backstory of Abby and then allowed some questions. And a lot of people keep asking that same question of how I was able to tap into a woman's voice to do this. And, having 4 daughters and a wife, that helps. But they also wanted to know how I did the research for it. So talked about the ride along that I was able to do, the 3 police officers that I have contact with. One is a homicide detective. When I was in Alabama last week, I was talking to a man who's going to be building a barn for us, and his wife is a homicide detective there. And so I'm getting more resources as we go, digging into their minds, into their histories, and hoping to make that more realistic for Abby.
Exactly. And learning from your readers and
Yes.
the reviews. What did you learn from the latest batch of reviews?
I guess the thing I learned the most is keeping consistent with all of those characters. I have so many characters that are just below Abby. Abby's here, and then I have a tier of people that carry on with her, and so consistent with that. Some people are identifying with, like Sam, her partner, who is not a lead character, but he's up there with her. And it was interesting to see that man was moved emotionally when Sam's story got deep and showed some of his pain, his past.
And the pain and the past is something. And I think that your ideas come from this experience, right? You more and more
Yes.
ideas you're writing. And when you're writing down now, are you thinking more and more of what to paint the picture further?
Yes, and just make sure that I don't have flat characters, that they are all as close to real as possible, and they're in that story, then they have a purpose. And so they don't just distract from it, but they add something to it, and they have their own little tiny story arcs going on as well.
And there you go. And that's the big game changer and thought process for sure.
Yeah, especially if I
Uh,
want to do this beyond 6 books. I want those characters to be where people are investing in them as well as Abby.
and definitely the investment's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. Best place to go is mitchellscarnesauthor.com. Appreciate
Yes.
it, Mitchell, and look forward to talking to you next week.
All right. See ya.
All right. That was a special